You are listening to one of the most prolific podcasts. I'm Caleb.
It's your boy DT.
And I'm Ken.
We are the Mind Report. Here to push your mind and change your thoughts.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mind Report, the show that pushes your mind and changes your thoughts. I'm your host, Ken.
And I'm Caleb.
And I'm DT. So, quick question.
What's up?
I know that we are in full gratitude right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day, and especially doing this podcast, gratitude is a big part of what this is actually built upon.
Yes, sir.
But I got a question for you, Ken.
What's up?
What's the thought of the day?
Goals. Why do y'all feel it's necessary to have goals?
Goals represent the decisions we make and the commitments that we take in order to attain something in life. But in the process, you have to be able to break bad habits and adapt some useful habits to achieve more in life, in any area of life. I think that's why we have goals.
Right. Just advance in life. I think goals really help people use the proper use of time, too.
Right.
I agree
with that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, goals are necessary because it gives you direction when it comes to how you move as a person, what you expect from situations, the way you should be moving, the things that you should be doing. Goals convert grinding to grinding with intention. For everybody that don't know, intentional grinding is when you're grinding with a purpose. And most times that purpose gets you through the bullshit that comes along with accomplishing something major. Life is bigger than the ordinary things such as paying rent or mortgage or phone bills, insurance, everything that you owe every month. And when you become aware of that itself, as well as where you see yourself or the lifestyle you wish to live, you learn that you must go a bit harder. But when you go harder, you go through this thing called the process. Usually when you undergoing the process, you tend to lose focus when you come across something you find unpleasant or a bit too hard. And that's where your goals kick in at. And so when you lose focus, the goals that you set keep you in sync with the result of undergoing the process.
That's true.
Yeah.
I like how you said the big picture of life. A lot of us have a big picture of life, but if you don't have goals, your picture really don't fit that frame.
Right.
So you have to have goals to keep you in a line with whatever it is that you're seeking or that you want into your life. Life is all about achievement. I don't care what level of life it is. You have to be able to achieve something, even if it's small or even if it's big. You have to be able to achieve something. And I feel like goals enable us to achieve focus in life by helping us to determine what it is that we really want.
Right.
Yeah, I think it keep us motivated and propelled and constantly putting us in a state of action. And I know last episode we was talking about action.
Right.
So I think goals push you to implement some type of action in life.
Yeah.
Right. It really make you want to take that extra step to getting things done, like DT said, involving that action. And it definitely does. It keeps you on track. It's like a check mark.
Yeah.
It keeps you on track of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, and it keeping yourself accountable too when you're reaching your goals and you're setting your goals. So I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. When you set out to accomplish something, as stated in last week's episode, it requires you to do something you aren't currently doing, which comes with discomfort and change. And so the goal for me, it lets me know it's okay to keep going. It's only setting you up for greater things to happen.
Always. And I think the real value of setting goals, I think a lot of us, when we came up, we did not know how to set goals at all. I'm just getting this at the age of 28.
Yeah.
So I never knew how to set a goal.
Right.
And goals wasn't talking about in school. Now it's something new to me, but it's not foreign because now I'm getting the point of setting goals, and I see that goals can actually help you achieve anything that you need to in life. To me, goals is not just about the achievement. It's about gaining things that you want. The major reason for setting goals is to require you to become a person that it takes to achieve those goals. And I know all of us familiar with Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
And he very serious about setting goals.
Right. I think in school and coming up, they always taught us to think of stuff we wanted to do, but it's not like they was teaching us how to take the steps necessary to accomplish the shit.
Right. Yeah, I think goals too really Make you realize that you're capable of doing a lot more than what you think you can. Like
Facts.
if you don't think that you can lose weight, okay, now set a personal goal for you to just lose a small percent, and then you look back and realize, dang, I have lost so much weight. That's just another chapter that you're unlocking about yourself that you never knew that you had that potential to do that. Setting goals it involves a lot of personal development too. Makes you grow as a person because you start to become more aware of things. Now it builds self-confidence too. For that analogy that I just used, there's a girl that I watch on my Facebook. She lost a tremendous amount of weight. I don't think she could have lost that weight if she didn't set goals. And as she set goals and reached the first goal, she set the next goal, and she set the next one, and she set the next one, because her confidence got built upon that first goal that she accomplished. So goals run a long way with true potential that you had in yourself. So it helps out.
So I think goals equal results.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like how you say, Caleb, when she accomplished one goal, she set another one. Because, see, a lot of times when people accomplish one goal, they feel like that's the end of it. They stop. They don't understand the importance of consistency and continuing to set goals and keep accomplishing them. I think that's important. That's a thing that a lot of people don't know, and it's very important for people to know. It's like when you set one goal and accomplish it, you have to keep going. It's nothing that you just accomplish and stop. It's an ongoing process.
Right.
Once you hit one goal, you need to set a bigger goal for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I know I got through this, but I know I can do better.
Yes, yeah, right.
It ain't you judging yourself. It's just like, if I know I done got through this hard goal that I know I just set for myself, or this big goal that I done accomplished, I know I can accomplish more when I know I can do more.
Right. If you can get through that, then you can get through anything. That is so true, because setting goals do build up a desire inside of you. There's always more out there. You can never get comfortable. Goals allow you not to get comfortable in your current position. We can all be millionaires right now, but I can still set goals that I want for myself. It doesn't stop there. When we become millionaires, it still doesn't stop. Every day is a goal that we have to accomplish.
It's more to do. So I want to ask y'all this question. Do you think to achieve any goal, growth is required?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I say it's required because when you set a goal out, you setting something up that you don't have already. The reason I say that is because if you got it already, it wouldn't be a goal to accomplish it. So when you setting out to do something that you haven't done yet, that requires a bit of elevation, a bit of growth. You really got to prepare yourself for that mentally, emotionally. It really...
Spiritually.
Right. Shit, sometimes financially too. It really requires a tremendous amount of growth.
Yeah, especially because you have to step out your comfort zone too.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to setting goals, some people get into a point where they just get so comfortable where they're at, and they just don't want anything for themselves. They don't want to set no goals or anything. You do gotta grow. You do gotta grow on the inside. You have to take that final step and that final decision. Like, you know what? I want better for myself. I know some of our listeners may be asking us this in their heads right now, even though we can't physically hear you. But
we feel you.
We feel you, though. We feel you,
that
though.
energy.
We definitely feel you. But a lot of them might be wondering, what do we do on a day-to-day basis to make sure that we are in line with our goals, to make sure that we are in track with our goals? What do you guys recommend?
It all depends on what I want. But if I have like something small, like a daily goal, then I'm already setting up my daily goals the day before. I need to know exactly what it is that I need to hit that day of. But if it's something like a big goal that I know I need to hit, then I need to constantly see it, and I need to constantly hear it, myself saying it, and then I constantly need to see it.
Right.
So that's with it being wrote down. I always tell people with goals, you have to speak more into the present. So they're going more into, I'm so happy and grateful now. It's already here. With a goal or anything that you want, now you leaving from your mental. Once you write it down, it's in a physical.
Right.
So now the only thing you have to do is just keep hearing it, saying it, and seeing it, and then putting the work in, because work without faith is dead. Right?
Yes, sir.
Work without faith is dead.
Yes, sir.
And faith without work is dead.
Yes, sir.
So you have to be able to put in the work along with it.
Yeah. And I like how you say see it too, because see it is like a big part of imagination. Because imagination will allow you to go into the future and bring it into the present. I heard this quote from a gentleman a couple weeks ago. Every day is a gift. That's why this very moment is called the present. So we just got to make sure
Don't do that. Don't do that, Caleb.
But we just got to make sure when you set a goal, you got to vision yourself there already hitting the goal. So that way you can bring that into reality, and everything else will just be smooth for you. See, like, for example, Martin Luther King, he didn't have a plan. He didn't really have necessarily goals. He just had a vision. When he saw that vision, then he set goals after that vision. Look at us now.
You saying vision come before goals?
I think vision does come before goals.
Because you have to see it before you set it, right?
Most definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Establish some type of checkpoint.
Yeah.
I see how my days are as far as my actions and what I'm doing throughout the day. Then I see what can I implement different for me to get closer to my goal. Like envisioning myself accomplishing that goal and then coming up with some type of list as to what I could do different to get me closer to that goal.
Yeah.
So it goes pretty much into accountability.
Right.
If I'm holding myself accountable, then I should know where I'm lacking it.
Right.
And what I'm supposed to be doing. But I got this quote by John C. Maxwell. Y'all know I'm big on John C. Maxwell. Y'all know I am. If you focus on goals, you may hit the goal, but that doesn't guarantee your growth. But if you focus on the growth, you will grow and always hit your goals.
That's a fact.
The thing is, are you goal conscious or are you growth conscious? Because if you just hitting the goal, yeah, you hit the goal,
Right.
but what came from it? If you growth conscious, you growing through the process.
Right.
By you hitting the goal, then it should be I done gained a lot from this
Right.
because I grew up into this.
Right.
I went through a process to attain whatever it is that I wanted to attain.
Right.
Versus something just being given to me. I just want to know what y'all perspective on it. But that was a badass quote right there.
Yeah, that was
that was
definitely badass. I would say the point of a goal isn't just to achieve them, like you said. Like, we know we're going to achieve the shit. Like, once we put a date on it and put some action behind it, it's going to happen. Like, that's law.
It's done.
The point of the goal is the person you become on the journey to achieving it. To achieve a goal, you must do something different. And for me, a lot of times, that something different was some things I didn't think I'd be able to do and stick to.
Growth.
Like, I've shown myself a side of me I didn't know was there. So in turn, certain doors were open by law for me because of me being aware of my ability to do.
You grew into that person.
So I got a question, because like with my goals, I put deadlines on my shit. If I set a goal, I say my goal and then after that say by a certain day. So the question I have is, what if you set a goal that has a deadline on it and you don't achieve it by that date? What do you do? Do you give up or would you keep going?
Keep going. You never know how close you are until you give up. Until you see somebody else do what you were trying to accomplish. And then my worst fear with that is I don't want to give up and then watch someone else do the same exact thing. You never know how far you would have came. So at that point, I feel like you should just keep going. You should never give up because you just never know, because it might not just be your time in that moment. Everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. You know, everything has its experience and its lessons that you have to pull from and learn from. So the answer to that question, I feel like you just keep going, period. You shouldn't give up because you don't know your abilities. You don't know what tomorrow leads. I mean, we can project to what we can do for tomorrow, but tomorrow can always change. Right. So you never know. I keep pushing, keep grinding.
And I say the answer to that question is, with me, when I set goals, yeah, I put a date on it, but it's not so much of a big deal if I don't hit it in the time frame, because everything come off timing.
Right.
Like, yeah, I might have a deadline on it, but it's not my end date.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I need to assess the timeline that I supposed to been achieve this goal and see what I did right and what I did wrong. Like Ken said, accountability.
Yeah. Right.
We are all gardeners, and growth is the fertilizer to any goal that you might want to accomplish. Anyone with a growth mindset, we were just talking about growth mindset.
Right.
So in the midst of you having a deadline on something, you got to be thinking of the growth that comes with it. Yeah. So now you holding yourself accountable to the process.
Right.
When you hold yourself accountable to the process, then you'll get over whatever goal that you trying to get to. And I ain't gonna say a lot of time, but whatever the time frame that you need to hit it.
Yeah.
Because the time frame might not fit.
Yeah, because 10 times out of 10, if you put a deadline on your goal, right, and you getting closer and you getting closer and you getting closer, and then that date come.
That's stress.
Yeah, and then you done took the steps that needed to be taken in order to accomplish that goal anyway. With the steps being taken that needed to be taken, if I was in that person's shoes, I would know that I've grown from where I was when I first set the goal to where I am now. And like for me, I always keep going. Like you say, I put a deadline on it, I don't stress it, but like I grind like I'm putting stress behind it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not my end date.
Right, because the deadline isn't there to serve as something negative. Because a lot of times, and I know this to be a fact, when you don't have it done by that date, you start doubting yourself and your ability, and then you begin to second guess your potential. So it's not there to serve as something negative. I've been there before. You got to remember, like, the way you look at a situation could be the life or death of your dream. Instead of letting you failing to meet that deadline, let that fuel you to keep going. Let that be motivation to prove to yourself you can still accomplish and get it done.
Ooh, I just want to add something there. I like how you said life or death to your dreams. We were just talking about action, right?
Yeah,
so is it kind of safe to say that action have a life to death to your goals?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
it does.
action pretty much the lifeline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So if
it
you
does.
don't do nothing, then you
shit
killing
dead,
whatever
yeah.
it is that you have a goal to do. But if you do something, then you bringing more life into it. So you pumping your time, your effort, and your ability into whatever it is that you need to do, and then you're going to get it done. By you getting it done, you accomplish it.
I think you just was speaking about this guy that you've met that was saying something about he wanted to become a comedian, but he never took action to actually become a comedian. Like, in that words too, since he never took that action, he wasn't able to create the goals that he possibly could have attained or possibly could have reached.
So he had a goal, like you said,
Yeah.
to become a comedian, but he never took it upon it because he didn't want to take the action to actually do it. I'm telling you, it was one thing about action. It's going to beat you up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're going to have ups and downs.
You are.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be more down than up. The thing is, do not give up. Like I just told you, it does not have an end date. Quit stressing yourself out by putting a date on it and saying, if I don't hit it by this time, it's not going to be done. No, that's a lie. It can be done.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to push past that date, whatever it is that you put on that paper.
Exactly.
I say personally that goals give us focus. I want to put it more in of an analogy. Imagine having to shoot an arrow without a given target. I want you to imagine it. Like, where would you aim? Like, if you had to, you might aim at a random thing, but why would you aim there? That's a real life example of what life is like without a goal in mind. It's pointless and it's a waste of energy and your effort. At the end of the day, goals are what give you the direction in life. By setting the goals for yourself, you give yourself a target to shoot for. And a sense of direction is what allows your mind to focus on that target rather than wasting your energy and your time shooting with no target. It allows you to hit the target and reach your goals. I got this quote by Les Brown, and y'all know I'm big on Les Brown. Wherever you focus on the longest becomes the strongest.
That's true.
That's very much true.
That's a true statement. You really become what you think about. If you consume your mind with your goals and your lifestyle that you wish to have, like, eventually that shit is going to unfold and actually happen.
It had no choice but to.
Right.
It's law.
And then, like, if you focus on the negative shit out of life, that's all you attract. And that's the only thing you're going to be looking for. You can't see no positive because your mind is focused on the negative. Whatever you focus your attention on, I could tell by listening to a person and how they think as an individual where their life would be at.
And what type of goals they set for themselves.
Right.
You can listen to somebody like they don't set no goals at all.
At all.
But you can listen to somebody like, this person right here going somewhere.
Right. Like them motherfuckers that be
know where
sitting
you're
around
going.
talking about people and shit like that.
No goals.
No goals. Because if you had goals, that wouldn't consume your time.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, when you have goals, bro, I see myself somewhere. I don't have time to sit around and talk about people. Like, this shit is pointless. When we talking, usually it's about houses and cars and what the fuck we want out of life. Ain't about nobody.
Right.
Right.
So you really become what you think about. That's a true statement.
That is true. I mean, we already know what we want. So that's all we really focus on. I don't got time to really just sit there and put all my energy towards something that's not going to bring me any good. What good is that going to do for me just sitting there talking about someone?
Right.
I could be helping them in their situation, but it's just, you really have to just watch what you implant in your mind, because that's really what you get. We definitely got to just use our imagination too. Imagination is a big thing that I think is pushed off, that society just tries to rub off and make it not a big thing.
Right.
But I feel like imagination does play a big part of anything. In any goal you set or just anything that you do in life, like, you literally have to see yourself there before you actually do it. Imagination is a big part, because there's a Bible verse that says people that don't dream or have visions perish. So that just goes in the same part of, when you don't dream and when you don't have goals, what are you doing? You're just standing still. You're basically the walking dead.
Right.
You're standing there just waiting for something to happen, which is death.
So you said vision come before goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like how you just used that Bible verse.
Yeah.
You notice he said dreams and vision,
Right.
right? So you
Mm-hmm.
got to have a dream and vision in order to have a goal. It just came all the way back together.
Yeah. It all ties in. It all ties in.
It does.
So do goals give you motivation? And in what way?
I feel like it gives you motivation because it builds confidence. If you hit one goal, then you're gonna be very confident you're gonna hit the next goal and the next goal and the next goal. And then you look back and it's like, dang, I done changed so much as a person. I done grew. It does play a big part of motivation.
For me, it motivate me all the way around. When I set a goal, if I ain't there yet, that shit motivate me to get my ass there. And once I get there, it's motivating me to set my next goal and get my ass to that goal.
Right.
It all around motivates me as an individual.
I think the root of all motivation you have ever had in life is all set around where goals are. Like goals set and provides you the foundation for you to push yourself. So that's your drive. Like goals provide you the direction in life and it builds your motivation. Goals are the roadmaps to get you from one point to another. Goals provide you a specific direction to your destination and providing you the motivation to sustain your trip and a way to measure your progress. Like Ken said, you have to be accountable and able to track whatever it is that you done achieve and whatever it is that you didn't achieve. And the best way to get results is to plan and then just strive for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
I heard this quote, you could be motivated by fear, you can be motivated by reward, but both of those methods are only temporary. The only lasting thing is self-motivation.
Yeah, that's true. Because fear is an emotion, and the feeling that you get once you are rewarded is an emotion too. Right. When you understand emotions, you realize that they temporary.
Right.
So you could be scared as hell at that 1 second, then the next day that shit gone.
Now, I know on a podcast episode, we was talking about procrastination, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like goals beat procrastination.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the motivation come in at me. Like if you got a goal and you motivated to actually get it done, you ain't procrastinating at all. You're going to be motivated to actually do it. So procrastination holds no weight with what you're trying to do.
It beats procrastination because you're getting things done. There's no such thing as time management, but goals kind of help you manage your time.
Better, yeah.
I feel like procrastination is something that we all battle with from time to time. I'm not perfect. I procrastinate from time to time. We all do. However, when you set goals in life, specific goals that you want to achieve, it helps you understand that procrastination is very dangerous. It's just a waste of time. It's another day that you aren't moving closer to that goal that you want to hit. And I heard Benjamin Franklin say this, you may delay, but time would not.
Everybody gets the same amount of time, but time never goes backwards.
Right.
And put your all into everything that you do. Don't half-ass nothing.
Yeah. I learned when I be half-ass doing stuff, that shit come back and bite me.
You get half-ass results.
Yeah.
You get half-ass results.
It never fails.
So anything you do, you gotta give it 100 because that's what you want. If you want 100, get 100. You know, you get what you give out. So.
Ooh, who wrote that?
No, nobody wrote
Caleb.
that. Caleb? Yeah.
He wrote that one.
Right then and there.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like goals, it pretty much help you determine what you want in life.
Yeah.
Simply put, like setting goals or having goals, it forces you to imagine what you truly want in life. What is the level of success that you want to achieve? What income level do you want to have? What does your life of ease look like? What's your dream home?
Right.
What's your dream car?
Right.
What about the family that you want to have or you imagine yourself having? What places do you want to go in the world? Once you set your goals with the end in mind, you break those desires down into attainable and measurable goals. So we talking about measuring your goals out, and these goals keep you motivated and avoiding procrastination and keep you focused on achieving all your dreams. I heard this quote from Tony Robbins, and setting goals is the first step to turning the invisible into the visible. Like Caleb was just saying, is in your mind first, then it become a reality.
Right.
Hopefully you get out there and you start to set goals this upcoming week and from this week on into life.
Right.
Goals are a necessity.
Yep.
It's not a luxury.
Yeah.
You need to be able to set goals. You need to be able to see it. You need to be able to hear it, and you need to be able to speak it.
Right, sir.
We all need to get out there and set goals and hit those goddamn goals.
And be the best damn version of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but hopefully we add some type of value to your mind so you can go out there and check your thoughts. I'm DT.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Caleb.
We are the Mind Report, and
we
are
are
out.
If you enjoyed this podcast episode, make sure you share it with someone else.
And be on the lookout for new episodes. And make sure you subscribe now.
This is the Mind Report.
And we are out.